and welcome. For the past 2 years, as a critic of anything and everything Hollywood, I made it a point to celebrate the Academy Awards, the grande dame of all award shows for any medium of broadcasting and communications, mainly cinema, by bringing the Oscars home. On a budget, of course, because we're the Thrift Store Rundown. And this year is no different. For our third annual Odyssey to the Oscars series, we have, in my opinion, the most diverse lineup of items up for review. The first of which is the virtual movie studio by Curiousity. For anyone who's dreaming of becoming a filmmaker and one day ending up on the Oscar stage at Hollywood and Highland, this might get you a good head start. Or at the very least, a good head start into consideration for the Student Academy Awards, mainly in visual effects. I picked this up for $3.99 and for 25% off. It was manufactured in 2000 by Curious Toys, a division of Curious Pictures, which was a New York-based film and television production company, which is now defunct. It got its name, I assume, from their first production, I think, HBO's A Little Curious, from HBO Family Jam. And I loved watching HBO Family Jam when I was a little kid, so that was one of my favorites. Other noteworthy highlights for television include Little Einsteins for Disney, and for Cartoon Network, Sleep in the Big City, and what I consider to be their grand opus, Codename Kids Next Door, my all-time favorite tune, nothing short of a masterpiece. Lights, camera, action. Make your own movie in minutes. Here is a short little demonstration of the virtual movie studio.
Welcome to my virtual movie studio.
With the Curious Pictures virtual movie studio, the director has everything he needs to begin production. 3 sound stages pop up for this science fiction epic.
And here come my actors.
The distinguished cast includes a heroic pair of space explorers and 2 robotically enhanced rivals. The virtual movie color video camera with a built-in microphone mounts on the latest die-cast metal dolly. The live video feed to his television allows the director to compose his dramatic shots.
Places, everyone. Action. Dolly in for a close-up.
We asked the director to comment on his latest picture.
It's sort of a science fiction, action, adventure, thriller, comedy.
Lighting, art direction, cinematography. This director keeps a tight fist on every aspect of production.
Looks like a Class M planet to me. You think you can come onto our planet and not get a fight? All my actors do their own stunts.
Ow! With the help of a home computer, the director can animate his characters, getting special performances frame by frame.
And cut!
And with a few finishing touches...
Lock phasers on target.
Phasers locked.
Sir, our shields are dropping.
Raise them!
I can't!
Fire!
Fire! We can't fire, sir!
So, now that you know what it is and what it looks like, looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Let's review it. We have this flap open here in the front of the box so you can get some more details about the virtual movie studio. When I purchased this at the thrift store, when I saw it, first of all, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I was taken from the get-go. Make your own movie in minutes in the comfort of your own home with a working camera, a moving dolly, a slate that doubles as a pop-up stage, not 1, not 2, but 3 pop-up stages? Oh, man. This is something else. So let's open this thing up. Here we have the instruction manual. That's gonna come in handy. We also have the walking dolly, which is not stationary. It does move, albeit it is absolutely no fun to try and maneuver this because it is very difficult to get this to move straight at any given time in one direction. So yeah, touchy-feely this thing is. But that's the least of our concerns, as you'll see later. For now, let's get the slate open. Here it is. This is the slate that doubles as the pop-up stage. 3 of them. And here's where you would write the scene number that you're shooting, the the name of the production, the take, what camera is rolling for this one, who's behind the camera, who's directing, and what date you are shooting this on. You know, we have plenty of other slates at the Thrift Store Rundown, a surprising amount. You do have to apply a fair amount of pressure to get this thing open. You're gonna have to use both your thumbs on either side of these two insets here. That's where you would apply a fair amount of pressure to get this thing open. But you'll get the hang of it when you do. These pop-up stages resemble mainly sci-fi and action-adventure films, and they're no good at sitting flat when you open them, that's for sure. But they definitely look cool. And unfortunately, that's all we have in the box. The instruction manual, the dolly, and the slate. That's it. So much is missing from this. For example, we do not have the video cable, we don't have the power audio amplifier, we don't have the 4 action figures that this supposedly came with, we don't have the transformer which connects to the power audio amplifier, we don't have the video movie camera, which is most important. So basically, there's not a lot to work with. I also want to show you this. This is actually an invitation to participate in the virtual movie festival being held by Curious Pictures. Send a copy of your movie 5 minutes or less to the main studio in New York. The address is on the reverse side of the mailing list card, which is this. Please be sure to include the mailing list card with your tape, as this will serve as your official entry form. Please see our website for more up-to-the-minute information. A panel of professional producers and directors will select the best entries to be part of our show, a virtual movie festival. After we screen your entry, we will send you details for the possible broadcast and further exhibition of your work. Now get your camera in positions, call action, and start that directing career. This is one in many virtual movie studios, supposedly, that Curious Pictures have developed. I'd like to see the rest of them. And I don't know how I'm going to submit my film to this festival if I don't have the right equipment, and I don't have it here in this particular copy of the movie studio. Given the fact that this was manufactured in 2000, it wouldn't make much sense anyway, because, well, you can't go back in time. This is very disappointing and quite unacceptable because this had great potential to become something extraordinary. Sadly, all that potential was wasted because I guess the previous owner was just a little more curious than I am. So, for lack of components, a 2 out of 5. And why a 2 out of 5? Because this had such high potential to become something extraordinary. If anyone bought this in 2000 when this was released, maybe it might work for them. It should have, but it does not work for me. And now I have no way of knowing if this was ever compatible with my computer because, as you saw in the instructions in the video, in a video demonstration, which was produced by Curious Pictures, by the way, this could be compatible with your home computer, provided that you had the up-to-date software. I'll have no way of knowing now if this was compatible with Windows 7, which is my OS for my PC, which I do all my editing work on and my post-production work, including composing. They say Curiosity killed the cat. Well, the previous owner's Curiosity in this case killed this item's chances of getting a high score here. But you know what? If I was in his or her shoes, I would have done the exact same thing. So I can hardly fault that guy or girl. Oh, can't forget the dog. Well, thank you guys for watching. Not off to a strong start here at Odyssey to the Oscars. I'm sorry. Oh man, is this a bolt or a nut? Oh man, is the dolly starting to fall apart on me? Oh jeez. Well, let's fix this. 1.5. 1.5. Unacceptable. I can't have this thing falling apart on me now, especially while I'm filming the review. Well, we're not off to a strong start, but I promise you, there are plenty of other items here all throughout the weekend, a 3-day Oscar weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, to satiate your needs of bringing the Academy Awards home on a budget, because we're the Thrift Store Rundown. Why settle for anything less than the best when it comes to secondhand shopping with a Tinseltown touch? If you want a full rundown of all the items we're going to review, check the description for my live item listing. Thanks for watching.